What's going on, everybody? Team of Gaming here. I'm Kaz.
I'm Jeremy.
And today we're going to be ranking potential newcomers that could be in Smash. So before we get into this, I do want to mention that we recorded this before E3, and now it's after E3, so I'm doing the intro after E3. And we did not guess the Tekken rep Kazuya, and I kind of feel dumb for not guessing that at all. But yeah, today we picked characters from the Smash ballot, and basically what we did is we ranked them on a scale. You'll see. And I just want to say that the Fighters Pass is coming to an end. One of them could get in, but most of these characters, at least like 9 of them, are not going to get in. So we're going to be ranking characters that won't be in Smash today, basically. And before we get into this, make sure to like, sub, and leave a comment on why you're sad that your favorite character is not getting in. And now let's get right into this.
I am going to start off explaining the ranking system of this video, which is the base, obviously. For this video, we chose pretty much all of the most requested DLC characters, the potential newcomers, and we used the Smash ballot for this. So we even got the Japan responses, the American responses, everyone else's. We have a pretty balanced loadout of who we picked, and we'll be reviewing all of the main aspects of their inclusion in Smash as a DLC. These main points include their reputation, we'll be ranking them on their potential playstyle and moveset, so this all boils down to what Nintendo chooses as their moveset, but if you know us, we've made many potential moveset videos, concepts, so we have a very good idea of how the characters would play and how their moveset would be if they were included. And the last point in the ranking system is the additional inclusion, so if they have good music added, if they have good spirits, a good stage. And we feel this is important because the other inclusions in the DLC is kind of like the icing on the cake for the DLC character, whoever that may be. So if it has good music, like for example, like Sephiroth and the One Winged Angel theme, it's like definitely the icing on the cake, the cherry on top. And lastly, at the end of each review, just as an overall conclusion to our ranking, we're going to be ranking them out of 10 based on all of the main points in our ranking system. So with that said, we're going to get into the first character we will be ranking.
Starting off with our first character, we have Gino. So Gino is one of the main characters from Super Mario RPG. This is an old Nintendo game that a lot of Nintendo fans remember. So Gino is basically a doll that came to life, and his goal is to get all the star rods and protect Mario's world or realm or whatever it is. So Gino is very popular. He's highly requested. So Gino was kind of deconfirmed a little bit. He was added as a Mii costume, and this is usually deconfirmed, like you're not getting in. And it's probably for the best because the downside of Gino, besides being really popular, is his moveset would be very campy and repetitive. In Super Mario RPG, he only has a couple things he really does. He does Finger Beam, Gino Whirl, Gino Beam. So those are really going to be his only moves. And then he has some moves where his arm comes out and hits you. But they don't really have much to go on. They'd have to make up a lot of stuff. And if they did make up stuff and made him cooler that way, that would be interesting. But we're just going off from his game. He doesn't have much to put into the moveset to make it that cool. And Super Mario RPG also has really good music, so that's another thing that's going to bring Gino up a little bit. But overall, Gino is going to be ranked like a little lower because of the moveset part. Gino is going to be coming in at a 4.5 out of 10, and that might sound bad, but you'll see what other characters are ranked at.
Next up, we have Rayman from Rayman, a well-known platforming game that goes all the way back to the 90s. Rayman has no limbs, but he does have a lot of punching and kicking moves, and he also has hair that can be turned into a spinner, allowing him to fly. His moveset would be mostly that, with some other stuff in it, maybe throwing fireworks, stuff like that, and he'll have his hair spinny moves, maybe you can get like a fair out of that. Although he's highly requested, his potential moveset, playstyle, and even the other inclusions aren't too promising. Comparing him to other potential fighters, we have to give Rayman a lower ranking of 6 out of 10.
So after ranking 2 okay characters, we are going to be ranking Dante. And Dante is the protagonist of the Devil May Cry series, and he already had a lot of rumors about joining Smash already. Back when the Byleth got announced, there was stuff about the director saying he was going to get in. But Dante has already been in games with Ryu and Mega Man in Marvel vs. Capcom, and his own games have also been extremely well received. So Dante has a lot of rep. He is a good character to choose. So depending on which moves are chosen, this character can be either heavy combo oriented, or he can be more of a zoner. There's many things they can use. So they can have a lot of sword moves, or they can have a lot of gun moves. That could be good or bad because there's a lot of stuff to choose from. And there's also a lot of gimmicks that can be applied to Dante's moveset. So there's different styles Dante can use. There's so many different weapons. I wouldn't even be able to list them right now. There's just so many. Overall, the character has so much potential for a good moveset that there's really no reason not to just like immediately say he would be a good character to put in Smash. There's also the devil form where he can transform into a devil, and that would be a comeback mechanic or something like that, and that could be good or bad depending on how they balance it. And to top it all off, his character just also has really good stuff to pull from his game to put into Smash, like music, like the Devil Trigger song, and just all the other songs from Devil May Cry are really good. The spirits could also be iconic characters like Virgil and Trish. And the stage could be the bar. It could be like literally hell, or it could be just a bunch of other things. So this character overall is going to be a 9 out of 10. Very good character to put in the game.
And now for another big hitter character, Crash Bandicoot. A Bandicoot that spins. That's really all he does. With giant rep behind him, his series is nostalgic to many, myself included. At first glance, Crash is a big hitter for Smash. Why can't we just throw him in right now? Well, like a lot of characters on this list, it all boils down to his moveset. I think you can see where this is going. Now, there's some potential unique moves and gimmicks from the series, and this is even outside the main trilogy. You could add Aku Aku to the moveset. He has his yo-yo. There's all the crates. And he can even have a Wumpa Fruit launcher like he does in the third part of the trilogy, I believe. Depending on how Nintendo does this moveset, he might get the Banjo-Kazooie treatment. And this would be very, very bad for just such a big hitter, giant rep character. It just might be spin move, spin move, spin move all over again. Overall, he can have some very unique gimmicks and spin moves, but Nintendo can be lazy, give him Aku Aku as an invincibility move, and the rest of the moves as spinny moves, and just call it a day. And that's not what we want. And outside of the moveset, he'll have great spirits and great music, a good stage that can represent the original trilogy and all the different worlds that he travels to, and he can even have a cool final smash, depending on how Nintendo does it. Overall, Crash has a lot of rep, but his moveset really knocks him down to a lower ranking, unfortunately. Would we really want a second Sonic? Of course we do. He's Crash fucking Bandicoot! But because of his moveset, we're gonna have to give him a 7 out of 10. And for a big hitter character, this might be a little on the low side, but we think this is a fair ranking.
Now we have the Chief from Halo, and if you don't know, that's the Master Chief. So Master Chief comes from Halo, and Halo is in fact the best-selling Xbox franchise. And recently, Master Chief also appeared in Fortnite, so he is more than relevant to be in Smash. Master Chief is a warrior built for combat, with a powerful arsenal of guns. With that said, Master Chief will have a very pronounced playstyle and moveset great for Smash, giving him great range and many tools to stay as far away from his opponent as possible. Okay, but really, Master Chief is another example of a character who really won't work in Smash due to how they are in their original game. There's no way to represent Master Chief than to throw him an assault rifle and a plasma pistol. Yes, he has energy sword, but he doesn't have much else to offer that won't make him campy and a little annoying to play against. But he's still the Chief. So, everything like his music, stage, and spirits will be completely cool and awesome. And it will be completely unique to Smash too. So, he's still the Chief. Therefore, he's a great third-party addition. The only thing is his moveset, but we can look over that because he's the Chief. Master Chief gets a 7 out of 10.
And for the next character we will be ranking, we have Sora. Sora? Really? A kid who trots around with a duck and dog from Disney. If you don't know about Sora, he is way more than just that. Kingdom Hearts, despite its childish appearance, is a very established series, and Sora kicks a lot of ass in this series, making for a great playstyle and moveset. Kingdom Hearts is a combination of two popular franchises, Final Fantasy and Disney, so he definitely has the rep. And Sora has already fought Cloud and Sephiroth, might as well let him fight him again. Should Nintendo empty their wallet to Disney to get this character in? Yes, of course. It's more than worth it. Sora could be a combo character with not only sword moves, but also could have an MP system and spells like Hero. Sora has many elemental spells and other moves, all of which could make a unique and fun moveset and final smash for both the player and the opponent, which is very important. With that being said, the Kingdom Hearts franchise also has many worlds that would make for a great stage, and it also has great music. Bops, like you're hearing right now. And all of this makes Sora rank pretty high for our standards, so we're gonna give him an 8 out of 10.
So now we have Eggman. Eggman is one of the only major video game villains that has never been included in Smash, next to Bowser, Ganon. Eggman is one of the biggest villains ever known. And with the lack of Sonic characters and the addition of Sephiroth, you're going to need some Eggman in there. So, Eggman, just like Dante, has a lot to offer in his moveset. His moveset would be a repertoire of machines and gadgets, and he'd have a mixed playstyle, so he could summon a lot of bots that you see in early Sonic games. There's also a lot of flamethrowers, missiles, transformations of the Eggmobile that could happen. His moveset would have a lot to take from. Every time Sonic runs to him in every game, he has something new up his sleeve. And he can always be one of the few characters in Ultimate with a vehicle. The Eggmobile alone would make one of these characters one of the most exciting additions to the roster. The addition of Eggman to Smash would also let the Sonic series shine a little more. Another stage and more music would help a lot. Eggman has a lot of good boss themes and tracks that have been made specifically for him that would be great to the Sonic series. Also, another stage for the Sonic series would be good because there's just Green Hill Zone and Green Hill Zone again, so maybe like an Eggman airship stage would be, well needed, so I'm tired of seeing green. And all of this together would make Eggman one of the highest ranking characters in this video, coming at a 9 out of 10.
Doomslayer, Doom Guy, Guy from Doom, whatever you want to call him. Next up we have Doomslayer from the Doom series. And Doomslayer comes from a gruesome background of demon killing. His games have a very good following in the gaming community, especially in the speedrun genre. Doomslayer uses a variety of weapons ranging from guns, shotguns, chainsaws, swords, blades, and missiles. Talk about variety. His moveset would be a lot of these things, a lot of different guns with a mix of other stuff. Depending on how the moveset is, it could be repetitive. There is not much else to say about this character. All around good stage, decent spirits. It's kind of just Doom Guy and all of the other monsters, so that's all you would get out of spirits really. And his Foul Smash could be cool. It would just be a rendition of what he already uses, but overall, Doomslayer kind of has the same argument as Master Chief. He has the potential to have a good moveset, but he also has the potential to have an annoying moveset. And with less rep than Master Chief, Doomslayer ranks a little lower. So, we give him about a 6 out of 10. But do you hear this music? God damn! You know what? I'm changing the ranking. He gets a 10 out of 10 for this music.
Waluigi is one of the most ever requested characters for Smash. Whether it be a meme, it is a meme, or something, nobody likes Waluigi. We have to cut to the chase and mention the major downfall of this character. Unlike his brother Wario, Waluigi has no game of his own. This means his moveset would have to be taken from all of the party games and sport games he's included in, like Mario Party, Tennis Aces, Super Strikers, Mario Kart, all the other games. Waluigi will not only have an unoriginal moveset, but it will be one that will not work in Smash. His moves will be either RNG oriented or he'll be a typical hit and run character. The options Waluigi could have would be like a tennis racket, a dice block, a baseball bat, a golf club, and he would have some like punching moves or kicking moves, but it really doesn't go much outside of that. And despite his enormous following, it isn't worth adding him to the roster unless Nintendo comes up with a miracle like a Waluigi game. And with that said, Waluigi has the lowest ranking in this video, and that's a 3 out of 10. For our final character, we have Jonesy from Fortnite. Agent Jonesy comes in completely in the middle of the rankings. He's one of the most popular characters in recent history. He also has connections with Ryu from Street Fighter and Master Chief from Halo. He has a lot of rep, basically. Fortnite has been one of the biggest games in recent history, with influence on games in terms of battle royales and just how many kids love to play it and how many people play it in general. So Jonesy's moveset would be like a copy of Steve's a little bit, and what I mean by that is he would have some kind of building mechanic where he would probably mine and then he'd be able to build. and then he'd probably camp you out with a gun. And I imagine this will not be as well received as Steve's, but it could get pretty cool with some boogie bombs. There'd be emotes. The stage could be like it could be a version where the map changes through all like the places like Tilted Towers and maybe in a black hole and all the crazy stuff Fortnite's done over the years. And yeah, this character comes in at 5 out of 10. The moveset would kind of bring it down because it's going to be like a shotgun, gun, sniper, pistol, and then building, and won't imagine it being the greatest. Thank you everybody for watching. That was ranking potential newcomers in Smash, and don't get heated about this video. It's an opinion. We made this video because the Fighters Pass is ending. We're kind of sad, but we got a lot of good characters in there, like you know, Joker, Steve, Sephiroth. But I mean, if they hit us with Fighters Pass 3, I'll buy it. But I think it looks like it's coming to an end, so we wanted to just make this video to rank all the newcomers that probably aren't going to get in and see how they would have done. Yeah, we're just kind of sad about it ending. And yeah, before you leave, just hit the subscribe, like, and comment, whatever you want. It doesn't really even matter. And we'll see you guys. See you around.